Good morning, this is Dan from SpareTimeRunning.com. It is early in the morning, about 4:30. I'm about to get out of my driveway to go Belle Isle in Detroit for my half marathon. I don't know if I'm crazy. I'm not sure if I'm ready for it today. My leg is finally healed. A couple weeks ago, I was still feeling a little bit of pain, but I'm good now. I'm just hoping for the best today. Just take it easy, get within the time. Kind of a little mad. My phone cracked even more, which really ticks me off. So it's already a bad day as it is. So we're going to hope and pray that it turns out better. It's a little muggy out already, which is not going to be good. Hey guys, sorry I just had to interrupt the intro for my half marathon video. What a day Saturday was. This is actually 2 days later I'm coming to you. Besides not being completely ready training wise for it, with my injury and stuff, which I finally feel 100% great with my legs. I just need to get in shape a little bit more and endurance a little bit more. But I still had a plan to head out there and to compete with what my time was last year. Not necessarily break it, but to be right there within a minute or two, one way or the other. Breaking it would have been great, but not if I didn't. Oh well. I wake up in the morning, my phone, which was already had a crack in it because I dropped it months ago, has two new huge cracks in it. It must have fell off of my nightstand and hit perfectly on something, and put two cracks on both the top and the bottom, or the left and right side. And then that wasn't too bad because I actually was able to start videotaping the intro that you were just watching, and there was like a little line, vertical line in it. Okay, not too bad. I could live with that until, I don't know for how long, but I could live with it. I get to the race, check in and stuff, and then the phone starts flipping out. Bottom half of the screen is flashing white light, and so I know it's something major. So my high of running a half marathon took a huge hit. I was able to start my music and start Strava fine, and I just begin the race. I start off the race pretty well. First few miles, right on target, right key on. And the pacer there was two pacers I was trying to stay in between. One would have really got me a nice PR. The other one would have been right where I was last year. Maybe about 4 miles in, I faded to where my pacer would have been to stay with where I want to be. That was time. Mile 5, that pacer is gone. I mean, far enough ahead of me that I can't even see her. So then I was like, great. And I had a little negativity thoughts, and I'm like, forget it. It's getting hotter out. It's muggy out. I couldn't take enough water in. I had 2 waters on me, plus the water breaks, which I would have grabbed 2 to 3 cups. They had Gatorade. I think last year they had more water stops, but nonetheless, I kept going. I was at one point, I'm like, okay, I have a few miles left. Here's what I need to do to get to where I want to get. Start that pace up. Start my plan up for the rest of that race to still finish within the time frame. Give a couple minutes of last year. A few minutes into that plan, I just was not feeling it anymore. The first few minutes were great. Then it just quickly turned kind of ugly. And I got to a point where we were supposed to go like around this lighthouse. And the director, the course marshal, and he's probably just a volunteer. He's like, go this way, you gotta turn, no, turn. And I'm thinking back in my head, I go, no, this isn't right. I go, are you sure? Because we're supposed to go around the lighthouse. I studied course maps before races, just so I know where I'm kind of going. But at the same time, if the volunteer or court marshal tells you a certain way to go, maybe they changed it, because this course was changed from last year, and then it was changed again from an earlier map that I looked at a couple months ago. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe they needed to change it for whatever reason. So there was another person right with me, so we went that way, and then he said, okay, then turn right once you get to, I'm like, so we turn right, and we see people coming back at us, and which not too bad, you know. There was another part earlier. There was an out and back section of it, but we're just running. It just doesn't feel right. And then we get to another intersection where they have like it blocked off with cones and stuff. I'm like, we're not going the right way. Then we saw the mile marker up there by the lighthouse, so we got up to that. I looked at my GPS. My one GPS was a little bit lower behind it. The other one was a little bit above it. So I'm like, okay, let's cut the difference. It's about right. This is pretty much accurate here. Plus, one guy didn't listen to him when we returned. That was a little bit in front of us, so we knew by the time we got to that point, we saw him come back past us. So we were like, okay, we were about the same distance from him when we turned, and he didn't turn. He had the earphones in and wasn't listening, I guess. So we said, okay, we'll go back in there. Coming back, now this guy is moved from where you were supposed to cross the street from to where this new pathway he was making. And we see, or I saw, and I don't know if the person next to me saw, people that were behind us kept going on the road and not cross the street to go to the lighthouse and back. Not that I care about pit places and people cutting the course short. I mean, you shouldn't do that, but at the same time, we're in the back. We weren't going for any prizes or anything. The only thing would be personal bests and so forth. The two people I saw, I said, you know, you're supposed to go that way, but they're messed it up. We went to the sign and then came back. Another couple people just didn't listen to us and just kept going. Nothing you can really do. I did let the race director and the company know, and they thanked me for knowing, for letting them know, so that for next year they can make sure that it is better prepared in that spot, especially because if it's a volunteer that doesn't understand or know what to do. I'm hoping that the elite runners were not messed up, because there was at one point another part of the course where one of the elite women, I've seen her at a couple different races, was running towards us where she shouldn't have been. The only thing I'm hoping was she was cooling down. She already finished and she was cooling down, because then a little bit later she turned around and started running back the same direction as we were. So I'm hoping that she didn't have to, that she wasn't going the wrong way and got messed up and stuff, because she was pretty good runner. But anyways, with that, that was the adventure. Yesterday I took a walk with my boys. Today I went for a nice fast walk, jog, to get my legs moving a little bit. Tomorrow I'll take off. Wednesday's group run. Thursday is probably be my long day. Friday will be a rest day. Saturday's Warrior Dash day. I always love the Warrior Dash days. Besides having fun, getting exercise, being with my friends, and just relaxing, it's a fun day. So thanks for understanding that I didn't get any of the video or anything from this half marathon. I do have a half marathon coming up in Grand Rapids in a couple weeks. It's the same company. It's a dual run, so I get a special medal since I'm doing both of them. Sweet. I'll try to get more of that, because that should be fun. I'll be my first time running in Grand Rapids. It's an out and back course, so we'll see how that is. So Thanks for listening, guys. Every step counts.